So we decided to venture outside today to locales because we're in a backward southern state that decided to open early.
Yep.
And
We've been cooped up for
we've been cooped up for about a month and a half now. Partially out of the fact that we are in fact troglodytes, and the other being, of course, these social restrictions, which render everything useless, right? I gotta say that the hardest part for me was holding on to money that I owed, because I get that itch in my pocket, and I'm like, dude, I could get this movie right now and just owe that person later. But I owed, the comic shop we go to, I owed them money, and I was like, they finally opened their curbside service again, and I was like, oh, cool, now I can fucking pay it off. So that was part of the reason to head into town. But it appears that in just that little venture, I picked up a bug of some sort.
Virus.
I'm not saying it's corona, obviously. Hopefully not, anyway. But I picked up. Look at my fucking voice. What the hell's wrong with it, man? I got that little, But is it, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I rarely get sick, and now I go out and I'm like, I'm wearing this stupid mask that sucks balls, and now I got a fucking little bug.
Yeah, virus.
So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we're waiting in line to get into Target because that's the thing we have to do now.
Yep.
And I feel like this is...
Yeah, this was a thing.
This is like the most idiotic measure ever. Now, I understand in a place like Walmart, where it's packed to the gills. Yeah. I don't know how... Look, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just our region, but here where we live, Target is always fucking empty.
Straight up freaking ghost towns.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, Anglo people, but, is Target like full of people in more Anglo places?
I always felt like Target was like the rich person place.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like, yes.
But that's the answer. Yeah, that's the air but that's the snooty Walmart or whatever is what the common phrase for it is or whatever. So I feel that you're not alone in that. But I'm just saying, how universal is that thought? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I've seen footage of Targets from other places, and it's always fucking empty in there. Yeah. Comparatively to Walmart. So they make us wait outside this fucking Target for 10 eons because they're letting people in as they come out.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, all right. Every time we go to Target, it takes us at least a good, 5 minutes to come across somebody else.
Yeah.
But now that they're regulating entrance, somehow when we enter, there's people everywhere. And we're like, how the fuck did this happen? Target's always empty.
I mean, we came across the answer later, and it's because they have these cordoned off aisles that you can go down. And all those cordoned off aisles do is condense the people.
Yeah, they fucking bottleneck people into one place.
Literally, if you didn't have those cords, there would be one person in that store.
Yeah.
But the fact that these cords are up and you're making people go super slow and staggering everyone, it just condenses them all, and freaking people are like this, dude.
Yes, it was fucking tuna in there, man. Like, what the fuck is this shit? What do we need? Cordons everywhere?
Maybe one or two, but there was everywhere.
It literally caused the issue of bottlenecking.
Yes.
It was like fucking Thermopylae up in that bitch.
Yeah, on our way to pay, we had to go all the way around through the clothes, which for some reason was arranged in a maze-like manner.
Yes.
Causing people to literally bump into our faces.
People literally going, how do I get out of this? Some lady telling another lady to get away from her. I was like, bitch, how? We're in a fucking labyrinth.
There's minotaurs in there.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck? Nobody goes into closed sections anyway, and now they have to find their way out as it's constructed like a fucking corn maze. Like, what the shit is this? And you go all the way around, and you have to get in line, and then instead of opening the registers in a logical way, they're like, oh yeah, those registers at the way end where we could have just opened that end of the cordon,
Which, by the way, that end is where the other exit is, and that exit is closed. So if you have to pay all the way over there, you have to walk all the way back here.
Yeah. So you're waiting, and they're like, oh, yeah, go ahead and pay all the way over there. You're like, dude, I was just over there. You cordoned me all the way over here. So anyway, we're at fucking Target, and now suddenly it's packed somehow, and we're browsing around, not for anything essential because we're retards. So we're in the movie section, and that's always empty there, even during this fucking flood of people. So we're looking around and shit, and there's nothing to be found. So we go to the toy area, and of course there's a bunch of unwashed heathens there.
I was there.
Kids, just like fucking pouring over each other. Like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm just trying to look. I realize the toys are for kids.
Yeah.
But I want to see what the fuck is here. Could you move your fucking tribe of children out of the way for 1 millisecond? You know, there's only so long. I know I'm sounding like a hypocrite here because I literally forced myself to stand in one section for an hour.
Just to spite
a bitch. But here it's like these kids were in this area just grabbing everything.
Yeah, dude, with their
pouring over each other
hands.
with their fucking smothered hands.
I think I saw like a dude stick a freaking toy under his stomach. It was like, dude, what is this?
Yeah, so I was like, all right. And
that was me, by the way.
The parents, the parents are just there like staring as if like this is fun to see a bunch of kids cavorting over each other. And I'm like, all right. So anyway, I wait for this fucking kids to clop away. And finally get in there, and you know, there's nothing there. So I decided to go to the other aisle to check what's up there. And at the foot of the aisle, not the head has people there, so I avoided that area, went around to the foot. And when I get to the foot of the aisle, there's this fucking broad standing there. Look, the aisle was maybe 4 feet wide, 5 feet wide maybe. Somehow, this like 5'2" woman has positioned herself tea kettle style with a foot sticking out all the way over there.
Damn near inverting at the knee.
Yeah, inverting at Y-legging. And she's like just posed like that with a foot sticking out, blocking everything except for maybe 1.5 feet of the aisle. And she's wearing a red shirt, so my first assumption is, oh, she's a Target worker. Is she trying to tell me something? But then I realize it's just a shitty shirt. And that she's wearing skinny jeans, which somehow have like a belly pooch. Oh. I don't know how the fuck that works, but hook me up on those. So anyway, she's just standing there doing this pose. And I look at her and I go, what is this? And she gives me this hideous fucking scowl. And I can only assume that her mouth matched it, but I couldn't tell because it was behind a fucking beak of a mask. Excuse me. And she just stands there. I'm like, what is this? So I literally force myself past her, and she turns around, by the way, still in that weird pose, turns around and continues to fucking stare me down as if it meant something other than inciting a desire in me to fucking punt you. You know, and that's it. That was her thing.
I'm telling you, that's where you got the bug. You touched her.
Probably. I don't understand what the fuck that was, man.
Yeah, who does that?
Who does that stance in general?
I'm a hater of people who just stand in the middle of aisles.
It's the worst.
But when you throw in a shady-ass, knee-breaking stance, somehow it makes it 10 times worse.
That stance, dude, I wish I could replicate it on camera, but it's literally impossible to replicate. It's like a hideous fucking... Nobody stands naturally that way, ever.
Yeah, you're like trying to stand like that.
The tea kettle was bad, but then add to that the hip cock and this 1 foot straight, and the other one like literally like fucking jutting out at like 45 degrees somehow, and the knee at like 90 degrees. I don't know how the fuck that works, but it happened.
Interestingly enough, at that same... oh no, it was the other Target. We saw a gay black dude who, according to you, had legs that were on fleek.
Dude, his leg game was on fucking fleek, let me tell you. It was this like, I don't know, like what, 6'5" maybe?
He was pretty tall,
dude?
yeah.
wearing skinny jeans. Very, very effeminate gay man.
Yeah, super gay.
Very nice.
Yeah, he was
very
cool.
very cordial
Would hang.
chap. But he had like legs that were like at least 10 feet long somehow.
It's funny because you started off hating. You were like, what are these legs?
Yeah,
then...
well, at first, all I saw was, fucking giraffe-style legs. And I was like, the fuck are these legs, man? But then, the flamboyancy added to the skinny jean look. And just the way he was, like, moving around, I was like, I can get behind this leg game. I envy them legs. I want them legs so I could wear those pants and walk around like that. Just imagine my fucking bowling ball body on top of them legs.
But you gotta be gay, otherwise it's not cool.
No, the legs would be gay, and the
upper super like muscular and.
No, it'd just be me,
just
but with gay long legs.
Oh.
But anyway, his leg game was cool. This chick's leg game was like, what is that? Who does that pose?
Yeah, who does that pose?
Who box for no reason?
You also ripped ass at the Target and pretty much shat yourself.
Well, I thought I had shat myself. I was in the aisles again, the movie aisles where nobody ever is, and I was like, you were like, dude, I gotta rip ass, and I was like, don't.
Yeah. Dude.
And then I ripped ass. Now you might be saying, why would you do that? It's because your toots are assholes, man, like literal murder. But I was like, I'm just gonna let out this whole, and. And I let her out, and it felt like something wet, like just shot in betwixt my cheeks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. Then I felt lubricated, and I was like, this is bad.
Lube?
But as it turns out, it really was nothing. There was nothing.
Damn.
I did the wipe, I did the wet wipe, everything. Nothing.
That's...
What I feel it was that my cheeks were actually so dry that a normal ass fart was
separated
like,
them?
yeah, it was like, holy shit, it was an oasis in that fucking desert.
Yeah, it's weird because like when I was there, as I ripped ass and cavorted around like a heathen, I was building up what I thought was considerable mud butt or swamp ass, if you will. It felt like my ass was super sweaty, but when we got home and I did a little courtesy wipe, there was like nothing in there. So we both got tricked by the culo.
Culo? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe the target paranoia hit us. The point is, we hit 2 targets, and by the way, hit 2 targets not by choice, but hit 2 targets because I was trying to get the chicks, the comic book shop chicks, to answer my fucking texts. I was like, they have the curbside, they're open.
Pretty sure they live there.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, they definitely live at the comic shop. I'm pretty sure they're not so busy that they can't answer the phone. I mean, obviously they have lives.
They're scissoring.
Nah, I don't think they were scissoring, dude. I would have smelt it.
Oh, dude.
Sick.
Shit.
But anyway, so I was like, damn, these chicks are taking forever to fucking answer. So we just hit another target, and then the moment we hit the other target, they answer. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, well, I'll be there in 10 minutes. But anyway.
Yeah, dude, we found some good stuff at that second target, too.
Did we?
Yeah, it was Wonder Woman's.
Oh, yeah, you found the Wonder Woman.
And I found the White Ranger at the other target.
I feel like... Oh, that's true, huh? I got my Russell Crowe.
Oh, and Russell Crowe? Dude, that's why your ass got lubed.
No, the ass came after the Crow. Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn, it's gay. Anyway... So we went out, and apparently I got a bug, so that's great. Let us know what you think about that slice of pie.
Yeah, we also went. I was
ending the video. Damn you!
We went to Dollar General because we were gonna get some Coronas because they were on sale because no one's buying them because of the virus. Because we were gonna do a live stream. They're not on sale anymore.
Yeah, well, eventually. I still can't believe that people were not drinking Corona beer because, well, in general, because it sucks, but also because they thought somehow it carried coronavirus. But I bet you Corona was like, damn, homie, we gotta fucking sell this shit now because people are not buying it $1. But anyway, we didn't catch any of that good, sweet deal. Hence, no live stream.
Yeah.
Hence, all the butt lube in the world.
Damn, dude, the butt.
Anyway, I don't know what you think about this useless rant. Have you had any experiences with people out there? Let us know. Hit like, share, subscribe, and those notification buttons. Get me back.